Ah, bueno, sí, tenía que ir a... Vamos a pasar por el faro rápido. A ver si alguien tiene algo para decir y después vamos a la costa. La costa de Rivain. Sí, Velara tiene algo para decir. Hay que hacer hay bastantes misiones,
Oh, Rook, you're here. Good. I had a question for my story.
Sure. What kind of question?
Oh, well, a personal one, I guess. Maybe not. Never mind.
Oh, come on, I'm curious now.
Okay, I'll try. I'm gonna do this. So I'm having fun. It's different, but neat. And the fighting bits are going well. So's the romance, mostly.
So, what did you want to ask then?
Oh, right. It's my hero. I've mostly got it figured out. Who they are, what they look like. But I can't figure out the why.
Why what?
Why they do it. Risk it all. Save the world. Well, you're a hero. I mean, a real one. So why are you doing all this?
The world's gonna end if we don't stop it. And I don't see a whole lot of other people lining up to help.
I wish I could be like that. Facing danger, caution to the wind.
But that's pretty much exactly what you do. All the time.
Sure, because I have to. And I'm scared the whole time.
Everyone's scared sometimes. It's what you do with the fear that counts. Facing it, fighting through it, that's what a hero does.
I guess so. It's hard to think of it that way. We are going up against a god. Multiple gods, actually. That feels heroic. To me, at least. And we're saving the world.
That we did.
I like that confidence. Anyways, I should get back to it. Writing. Thanks, Rook. That helped. A lot.
Bueno, a la final, si los personajes sin llevarlos suben bastante igual, Mira Hardy, no la llevé. Creo que la habré llevado una vez, ya está a nivel 9. Lucanis, falta todavía completar la misión. Bueno, Neb y Darwin hay que hacer lo que llevo siempre. Suben bastante rápido. Y Velara, bueno, la usé un poco, de verdad, la usé un poco al principio porque al principio vas con Velara y Neb. Pero ya está nivel 8. Y aparte no hace falta tenerlo ya en nivel 8 ya, no, nivel 7 ya es suficiente porque cada nivel le da 2 puntos. Y tiene 14 puntos, ¿no? En nivel 7. Cada habilidad tiene 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Ya tendrás 2 habilidades a tope. En nivel 6 ya tendrás. Entonces, porque generalmente la tercera habilidad no. Generalmente siempre usas una con ellos. Siempre pasa una. La otra es por si pasa algo. Bueno, vamos a la costa. Hay que ir a la costa de Rivain.
A word when you have a moment. Greetings. I am Sia Rowan. I help the spirits in this area.
You help them?
I speak with them and for them, and sometimes they speak through me. We keep this land safe for spirits, so that no harm comes to them or to the people who live here. That is why I ask for your help.
Right. What do you need me to do?
Years ago, when mages rebelled across southern Thedas, Templars from the southern Chantry marched upon Ravine. They declared our mages criminals and killed many of us. The unacknowledged pain of that injustice twists spirits into demons. Stop the demons and let compassion ease that pain, and the land will be safer.
I'll see what I can do.
Better be ready.
Bueno, ahí abajo hay unos zombies. Acaba con los demonios. Acaba con los demonios. Encuentra todas las notas. A ver. Bueno, ese es allá. Este es más cerca.
I'll bet those mercenaries are making a move on the Dragon King's territory. Way to fight, bro!
You would have left some home.
If that's what he wanted, didn't seem right to make the decision for him.
Not sorry he stayed, though.
I would have been miserable if he left. You must be happy about it, too. Who would you spoil without a son around?
Spoil? That bird spreading rumors.
Hassan, over there! I'm ready. Tell me what you need.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to go again.
some walk.
If that's what he wanted. Didn't seem right to make the decision for him.
Not sorry he stayed, though.
I would have been miserable if he left. You must be happy about it, too. Who would you spoil without a son around?
Spoil? That
Glinting,
bird spreading
gleaming,
rumors about me again.
stealing us with steel, splinters flying as they kick in the door to our home.
Bueno, vamos a viajar rápido.
Trouble nearby.
Che, los estamos reventando y son resistentes al hielo. Estoy reventando. Quizá la explicación sea que, porque igual noté que estoy sacando menos daño que lo que hago. Debe ser porque estoy llevando a Neb, que me potencia la verdad que hace mucho la diferencia. Me potencia la build. ¿Ves? Por esto. Por esto y hay más cosas, a ver. Los enemigos tienen un 25%. ¿Ves? Esto... cuando cualquier miembro del grupo provoca enfriamiento, implique en su lugar, dice. Este daño por frío aumenta. O sea, vulnerabilidad, daño de frío. Sí, todo potencia a mi personaje. Una acumulación más de enfriamiento. Y bueno, después este es de ella, la segunda. ¿Cómo cambia la?
Baking in my armor. So much hotter here than back in Ferelden. Kill on sight. But they don't look like abominations. They just look sad.
Y encima está taza ahí. Acá también me acuerdo que había una de unos esqueletos también. Una misión de un tesoro. Capaz que una de las que tengo. De las que tengo marcadas. Pero no me acuerdo dónde estaban los esqueletos esos.
Eyes open.
I'm good to go.
Ready.
Son, on that! Get out of there before it's too late!
Never I saw it.
¿Eso que me estaba curando qué era? No sé qué fue eso que me... Pues yo no le dije a Ned que me cure. Aparte, Ned no cura de a cachos como Harding con él. Cura toda la vida de una.
We ran, but they chased us. We tried to surrender, but they killed us as we knelt. The spirits roar as the fire comes. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The wood will always be scorched, but the rain has washed away the fire and smoke. Thank you.
Nivel 49, a ver, este de acá. Daño contra barreras. Y bueno, después el último le pongo acá. Estaba Taz acá. Creo que la de Taz es una charla, ¿no? Después seguimos avanzando. Ah, acá donde tuvimos la primera charla con ella, ¿no? Que estaba tiene un amigo que es un Kunari que sabe del clima, algo así. Que estaban las palomas, me parece que era toda esta parte. Igual no creo que haya nada acá. Me parece que en esa misma misión nos dejaban ir a todos los lados.
Avatosh, the air has been running from the storm all afternoon. You came just in time for it. There are others here as well, up the beach.
Yeah, it's okay. We came to meet them.
Kunari, not Antam, but real Kunari, like us. Their little ship avoided the Antam. They asked how I was. They told me I could go back to Parvalan with them, if I wanted.
What do you mean the air is running away from the storm?
We think of air as being nothing, but if you have felt a driving wind, you know it has weight. On a calm, sunny day, the air rests on you like a warm, thick blanket. When a storm is coming, the air pushes on you less. We say that it is afraid, running from the storm.
You can feel the difference in the air?
Some of us use tools to measure it. Some of us can feel it in old aches, or the way your body knows the sun is rising.
Do you want to take the Kunari up on their offer?
I used to think that I could never return, that the Antam broke me from the Kyun when they took me away. But these Kunari said they could help me heal my mind. I would like that. I think I am ready. And I think staying here would make me sad, now that Shathan is gone.
Yeah.
You have grafted your mother's horn to yours.
Yeah. Alchemist with the Lords did it for me. It'll grow now like my own.
And she will always be with you.
Hey, before we go, I brought food. It's probably not as good as she makes it.
Thank you, Evatosh. I will eat the fruit. Be safe. Do not stay out too long in the storm.
Right. Let's go see what the damn tablet says.
You all right?
Just ready to get it over with. The Qunari translator said she had to give the translation in person.
That's a little odd.
Yep. Come on.
Did the translator at least give you a hint of what the tablet said?
Nope.
And she wouldn't say why we had to meet in person instead of just sending a translation?
Nope again.
Esto me acuerdo que estaba ahí.
Sorry. No food today. Next time.
Probably get all soggy anyway.
Esta madera. Ah, sí, esto estaba.
This is good. Simple.
Wet?
You're the one who keeps throwing rocks. Come on. No sense putting it off.
They got a ship past the Antam and the Ravani fleet?
It's a small ship. Probably snuck by with all the smugglers.
Sí, ves, esto ya lo había agarrado todo. ¿Dónde es esto? Acá. Ah, esta parte.
You are Evatosh and Rook. Shathan, who served as your Tomasran, was a friend to me.
Are you really gonna be able to help Karash like you offered?
Yes, the Antam hurt many in the Qun when they launched their invasion on the south. Karash will go to those who heal the mind. It speaks well of Shathan that she helped him.
You study ancient Qunari language like Shathan did?
Yes, I study both the language and the culture of the first expedition. My hope is that by learning more of the first expedition, we can improve our understanding of ourselves.
It's an honor to meet someone who has studied the first expedition.
Shathan was the most knowledgeable of us. Thank you for sending her notes.
Sure.
You wish to know of the tablet. Before I give you the translation, I must explain. What you learn here, I ask that you hold to yourself. What is there is sacred.
I wouldn't have learned it without Rook.
Then we will respect your trust. The tablet's message must only be spoken. It must not be written down.
So that's why you couldn't just send a letter?
Yes, the tablet warned us against doing so. I remember the words, but please, bring your fire to the tablet so that I can show you. By dragon's fire, these words are revealed. Trust no story not hidden this way. When the adversary came, we mixed our blood with dragons to fight. Protect those with fire. They see what we cannot. We fled across the sea, but there is no safety here. We have sickened, and will soon die. If more of us come from across the sea, then the adversary will follow. Beware the devouring storm.
What kind of Vashadon is this?
Sounds like the ancient Kunari had some trouble of their own.
Whatever else is unclear, this offers proof that Tosh and others like them should hold a place of honor under the Qun. We were wrong to send them to the Antam as simple soldiers. And Shathan was right in taking you from us. She succeeded where we failed.
And she died for it.
I'll go check on them. All right. Where'd they go? Oh, Tosh. Found him. After all this, if I break my neck climbing up here in the rain, Harding, you owe me for this.
Sigo explorando todo igual.
Hey, Tosh.
All that work. All the ancient Kunari crap that she died for. And what's the secret? More work? More responsibility? She can't just leave me with this. She can't just leave me.
She never left you. She's right there on your horn. She'll be there whenever you need her.
The Kunari thought I was a mistake. The Dragon King thought I was a weapon. Shazan was the only one who believed in me. The Kunari want me to help them, protect them. What do I do with that?
Que aprendan a par.
You're the Adari. It's up to you.
Thanks. We need the Kunari ready for whatever comes next. Whether it's the devouring storm or something else. They need to be united.
Most of the Antam broke away from the Qun, including any other Adari.
Then we need to get them back. And the Antam. They don't know how to live outside the Qun.
That's a good start.
I'm gonna make the Qun more like what it's supposed to be. What she taught me it was. I can do that for you. Tama.
Bueno, esto está... Encuentra el tesoro perdido. Y después tenemos esta, encuentra y otra más acá. Hay que bajar ahí, a ver.
Company, get ready. That's got it.
Win for us. You think they'll let you buy one of those islands? No way I'm retiring in the Anderfels.
Eyes open. Got it covered. Out of range. Count one for the warden.
That's it!
I'm ready to go again. Keep it coming, Rook.
Ah, esta era la misión, la de los esqueletos.
Greetings and welcome. You stand in Ravane, home of magic, danger, and adventure. Tell me, if you will, do you hunger for excitement?
I'm not against adventure. What have you got?
A Ravani Lord of Fortune was following a map leading to buried treasure. Sadly, Ritzinger attempted to loot a treasure chest mid-battle. Understandable enthusiasm, and I remember them fondly. But you can carry out their final wishes to find this treasure no matter the danger and earn gold and glory.
If you give me the map, I'll see what I can do.
Bueno, hay que volver. Ah, tenía que seguir la pista esa. Hay un bug gráfico.
Pirate corpses.
Guess we're not the only ones after the treasure.
Time for a fight.
Ready again.
All set.
I saw him over there. Nice move, brother. One for us.
Ah, en la segunda pista. Sí, generalmente son siempre donde hay un esqueleto. Es.
There's more corpse pirates. As you say. I'm ready, brother. Hassan, on that. Coming in range.
We're under fire.
Done. Hassan. I'm good to go again.
Ready when you are.
Hassan, go.
Beat the odds there.
We're not done.
Ah, eso. ¿A qué se están enfrentando? Ah, a muertos vivientes y a cunares. No creo que esté ahí arriba, ¿no? Tendría que estar por acá.
That's definitely the captain of this crew. Their blood, not ours! Sorted?
You have found it!
Wait, did you know where the treasure was the whole time?
You had to find it yourself. The real treasure was the journey. Now, Ritzinger would have used this to purchase a new ship. Since their last caught fire and burned, I believe a lady was involved. But the gold and glory are yours now, to use as you will. adventure.
Bueno, esta era la famosa puerta que estaba al principio que no se podía abrir, era esta misión. Bueno, esto está... Encuentra todas las notas. Vamos ahí porque tenemos la... Ah, mira, ya no están malos Kunari, ahora hay mercenarios y gente.
I'm ready. Tell me what you need. That's a win.
Me equivoqué de tecla. Creo que por acá. Sí, ahí está, es la torre esa de ahí. Bueno, ahí está lo que decía. Ahora apareció esto para poder llegar ahí. Vamos a cargarnos a todos estos.
No problem. Ready again.
Still standing, not bad.
Ahora podemos agarrar el cofre que está ahí abajo. Porque apareció esto, ¿no? Esa cabeza de estatua se parece a la villana del Dragon Age 2. Que se llamaba Meredith, me parece. Ahí solamente está eso. Ah, y se activó una misión. encuentro todas las notas. ¿Y cuál es la que se activó? Resuelve el rompecabezas. Se encuentra... Esta es de un tesoro. Bueno, vamos. Está todo junto. Y después había una parte. La torre allá es, pero hay que subir. Ah, esto ya está abierto, ¿no? Esto estaba cerrado antes. Podemos subir por la escalera, pero quiero ver a ver si hay algo. Esta zona. No, es verdad. Me parece que estamos al pedo viniendo acá. Podía haber subido por la escalera. Ah, pero hay una nota acá. No, marca abajo. Ahí adentro, pero ¿cómo rompo eso? Ah, ahí está, mira. Tiene que haber otro más.
I'm on it.
Have at it, Davern.
That's why I'm here.
Ah, adentro. Justo, A ver si lo puedo hacer de otro lado.
No problem.
A ver ese... ah, de Lucanis. Bueno, no vine al pedo acá porque había que hacer eso. Toda la misión. Ya que estamos por acá, pasamos para el otro lado. Vamos directo de... No, se respamearon. Acá la torre esa de ahí. Esta torre tiene 3 cofres. Ah, puede ser que sea lo de la de las notas. Hay otra nota ahí también. Me olvidé. Capaz que esta sea la de las notas, la... Creo que no se puede volver desde acá, me parece. Ay.
Got us from a distance. Made it through that one.
Ah, hay que romper el...
Will do.
Got us in a distance.
You got it. Consider it done.
We're under fire. Look out.
Hay otro más.
Right. Coming at range! Got it.
Bueno, ahora subimos otra vez. O vamos... Porque no hay viaje rápido. Bueno, este rompecabezas tenía una particularidad. Vamos a subir por acá, si hacemos más rápido. Ah, el rompecabezas era para abrir eso. Bueno, hay rompecabezas. Bueno, ya lo van a ver ahora. Ah, bueno, un demonio. Este es a este lo reventamos.
That's why I joined the Wardens. It's more than just Darkspawn.
Bueno, este es el rompecabezas polémico. Porque la onda es así, hay que leer una nota, a ver. Acá está. 4 cabalgaron al combate. Una disparó hacia su flanco derecho. Sus flechas, una lluvia de acero. Ahí está el polémico. Une se quedó plantada. Su escudo atrás para proteger las espaldas del resto. Una se abalanzó hacia adelante. Su espada ensartaba las filas enemigas. Uno se arrastró hacia su flanco izquierdo su martillo. Una cosecha asegurada. Bueno, ¿cómo hacer para resolver esto? Sabemos que hay dos mujeres, un hombre y un no binario, Une. O sea, hasta metieron la agenda en un puzzle también. Entonces con esto nos va a ayudar un poco a diferenciar. Una estaba hacia la derecha. Encima dice hacia su flanco. O sea, si yo estoy viendo de acá, no, yo me tengo que poner así. Entonces tenemos que leer acá los escudos. Cada escudo nos revela quién es cada. Por ejemplo, este dice. Esta es una mujer, ¿ves? La silenciosa. Vamos a centrarnos para. Ahí está. Este es el no binario, Este creo que estaba para con el escudo hacia atrás. Acá dice. Sí. Ya tenemos uno. El lobo. Este es el tipo. El tipo estaba hacia su flanco izquierdo. O sea, para acá. Y después no sé, y podemos probar, igual no hay problema. Una hacia la derecha y la otra hacia adelante. Así que una la dejamos como está y la otra le ponemos hacia acá, a ver. Espera. Mira, encima Meredith, la que yo decía, la del Dragon Age 2. Esto que la mencioné. Ya no tiene salud de las pociones y las técnicas. Acá te cura. Este, me parece que hay una build que usamos esta, de las que yo voy a llevar en este juego. Bueno, esto ya estaría, ya está todo, creo. Nos queda esta, ya no tenemos más misiones. Secundarias no veo. Vamos a ver si alguien tiene algo para decir. Tengo muchas cosas para... No. Muchas cosas para vender al... ¿cómo se llama? Objetos valiosos que están al pedo. Pero bueno, como tengo oro de sobra también. Bueno, vamos a hablar con Solas. Y me falta a la final esto. Esto yo no sé si lo tenía. Si los cuervos lo tenían y todo. No. Ah, no, este está, este me falta, este y este. No lo chequees. Con este vamos a tener mucha más potencia todavía. Y este también. Ah, y si miro los mapas, este me queda 87. ¿Ves? Siempre me queda algo. 96. Este me olvidó un cofre. Este hay dos cofres. Este 2 cofres también. O este peor todavía, 3. No tengo ni idea dónde. O sea, hay cosas que están bien ocultas en el juego, la verdad que no. Pero bueno, los Evanuris los tengo todos, mirá. Me quedan 93%, o sea... más de 10 cofres me quedan.
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Whatever my frustrations with them, It feels good to have helped my people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him. But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I've found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind, and you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
The two of you are too much alike. Both of you want to be in charge.
I have no desire to be in charge.
No, you just want to be able to correct anyone who's not doing everything the way you'd have done it.
I see you have been observing me as well during these conversations.
All right, I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
Like the terrible trickster Fen'Harel who sealed away the gods?
There was truth to their stories. My rebellion had indeed disrupted the lives of those who had been comfortable. And when I created the Veil, I destroyed an empire. Their judgments were fair, if clouded. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen'Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And every mage knows that what we see in the Fade might not be literally true.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
I'll have to take your word for that.
When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
I'm impressed you got that out without choking on it.
If I could not admit when I was wrong, I would be no better than Elganon. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
What about the Inquisitor? Does he not count as a friend?
He was useful. But there were others I grew fond of despite myself when I was with the Inquisition. Cole, a spirit of compassion, I helped adapt to our new world. He was the only one who knew who I really was. I miss him a great deal. Josephine, the Inquisition's ambassador, was a bastion of kindness and decency in a world that looked down on elves and apostates. Even Cassandra Pendergast of the Order of the Seekers. She was what a believer should be. Faithful, practical, committed to serving, not ruling. I suppose I did bond with the Inquisition after all, as you have with your team.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganan and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganan's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
So now Elganan's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elganan's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens. And it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
The odds on this were never good, but we've already beaten them once. We have a job to finish, and 2 gods to kill. We don't get to wallow in wine, because no one else is taking this fight.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
What about the Venatori that were at the crater? They might know where the gods are hiding.
Dorian said they were up to something, but it seemed more about returning to the gods' good graces. They lost Elganan's sacrifice. He'll be displeased.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And several storehouses worth of food, what little we had left. It's enough to feed the Antam Navy for 3 months. Or all of Treviso for 6 weeks.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanus?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
We've got options for what we do next. Figuring out where the Antam are taking those supplies should put us on the gods' trail. That said, the Venatori aren't up to anything good in Minrathis.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything he's been doing in the south, we owe him an update.
I'll let him know.
Today could have gone better, but it could have gone much worse. We fought off the Venatori and rescued the Dalish. That's a win by any standard. Rest up and be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
Bueno, ya estamos avanzando. Regreso hacia Portaria, el Inquisidor y acá... vamos a sacar información y acá hablamos con el Inquisidor todavía. No hay misiones secundarias. Sí hay una... mira, sí, ahí apareció una. Y acá hay unas secundarias, a ver. Otra misión más. Bueno. Las compañeras no hay charla. A veces nos expandieron las misiones. Vamos acá a ver.
Let's work on precision.
Hey, Antoine. Evka?
I can still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new blight continues.
We know the gods changed the blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
Great. Figures. So what's the blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendale battle? It was here, in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean. Everything that calls the blight impacts the wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
Should you have told me all this? About the calling?
First Warden would have said no.
You're our friend. You chase archdemons and fight the blight. It seems fair you know what this means.
Antoine, you hear stuff in the blight, more than some of the others. Are you...
Yes. A little sensitive, but it's not calling to me. Not yet. Like everyone else, I'll know when that changes.
So how do I help?
Figured you'd be in. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies, Antoine made an alchemical flame. It's impressive. It should destroy the eruption.
Theoretically. At least the last batch was stable. Mostly.
But if the eruption's controlling the blight and it gets attacked, then the blight around Lavendale might respond.
Yes, its roots are everywhere. And spreading. I can feel them.
These people can't lose their blight experts. I can go after the eruption.
While we guard against nasty side effects here.
I'll make sure the whole thing burns.
Good.
The blight poisons so much. Water, plants, animals, people. Some would call the wetlands dead already. But they're not. It's not too late. Whatever the eruption means for the wardens, we can leave this place better. It's what we're supposed to do.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered glade. Meet us there when you're done.
Bueno, hay como una zona que está muy contaminada, ¿no? Che, ¿y esto de acá? Porque ahora es esta parte. Tiene que haber algo acá. Aparte esta puerta nunca la pude abrir, es verdad.
about to have a problem.
Get clear!
Not too bad.
There's definitely something in here. Something wrong.
Let us know when this goes from bad to worse.
Mira, hay cosas de corrupción.
The eruption's on the other side of that barrier.
We'll need to cut off the tendrils to break through.
Fight a few darkspawn on the way.
Son, on that!
All right, better move before more darkspawn show up.
Up on the ledge. We can get at the tendrils from there.
A ballista.
Well, that could be handy.
We're through.
Let's see what's at the heart of this.
Esta zona creo que es nueva.
What is that the Blight eruption?
Then heedeth.
The Darkspawn are protecting it. We need to take them out.
Damn it!
Davrin?
I can hear that eruption. The blight's spreading. We need to stop it.
Davrin, what is it?
The eruption's not happening. Just keep fighting. We're not falling.
Keep going.
We won't give in.
This is it. Let's get that eruption. All right, we strike and the whole thing goes up. All right, Time to destroy this thing.
Hay un fallo gráfico, ¿no? Bueno, pero igual no es tanto. Si no, reseteo el juego y se arregla.
They aren't blighted. Were they dormant?
Maybe. They're beautiful. Much like you. Ah, Rook, hi!
We knew when you hit that eruption. The blight around Lavendel reacted. And there was a sound in it. Like nothing we've heard before.
What happened in there? What was it like?
There's some pretty scary things in the Minrathous catacombs, but I have never seen anything like that.
A story for your fellow shadows?
Not sure even the Viper will believe it.
When the eruption was destroyed, some of the bigger tendrils pulled back. The remaining blight won't vanish overnight, but it's a good sign. And this place opened up.
The flowers here, they managed to survive, buried, untouched. They have a chance to return now.
Tough little things.
Yeah, there's something special. We thought the Grey Warden's purpose would end when the last archdemons died.
And that time's almost here. It's unbelievable.
The Order is those of us left now. When the archdemons fall, some wardens will hang up their swords. Until they're calling, at least.
So the Wardens are finished?
No, our numbers may get smaller, but FK and I will be here. Others will stay too.
There's still blight in the world. There's something new calling to it. And to us.
There's blight inside us too. If it changed out there, have we changed as well?
What matters is that if new evils show up, we'll be here to keep them back.
Are you doing okay with all this? Really?
Don't worry, I'm good. I've got everything I need right here.
Me too.
Do you really think something inside you has changed?
It's possible. Or maybe we're the same. But does that mean we'll be the same? You can't sense the blight. But trust us, it feels different. And the sound is changing too.
As for what it means, it's like Antoine said. We don't know yet.
I'm sure you'll be fine, but if there's anything I can do, just say.
Of course. It's good we answered your first letter. And it didn't catch fire.
What?
It may have come close to an explosive, but we all met in the end.
The blight feels relentless most of the time. We see what it does up close.
A world dying, how it spreads. But we keep going.
And look, these flowers can make it back.
They really can. And they're beautiful.
I think so.
Lavendel was named for flowers. They must have been everywhere before. When we get back.
We can stay here a bit longer first.
Oh, yes. I thought I heard birds earlier. Maybe we can find them?
The wetlands aren't fully healed.
But some places barely come back at all.
Yeah. Pushing back the blight? It's possible.
Eso que agarre que... Pues no me dio nada. Bueno, está esto que la verdad que no sé cómo.
We've got company.
Hay enemigos ahí.
And rook.
Good.
No, ves, ahí no podemos subir porque está ese bicho que son de vista. Ah. Vamos, pará, vamos a matar ahí. Se abrió solo porque cuando matamos la corrupción esa. ¿Y esos tentáculos que están ahí? ¿Por qué están estos tentáculos acá? Se abrió esto automático. Mira, hay otra flor acá. ¿No será una misión esto? Encontramos dos de estas flores. Ah, flores azules. Después yo no recuerdo de otra zona. Pero sí está esto que no lo pude abrir. Ah, está abierto ahora. O capaz que lo abrí y me olvidé. Mira, se están enfrentando ahí. Mira, me falta un cofre acá. Ah, ahí, a ver. Acá.
Docktown's safe at last.
For another day at least. A week if we're lucky.
Keep that up.
Ah, acá está, mira.
Back to what we were saying. There's the old Nev, expecting trouble.
I'm never disappointed.
And never unemployed.
But stopping Elio. We did good.
Savor it. A hunt that ends well is rare enough.
Agarré 3 de esas flores, pero ¿esa era una misión que no? ¿Serán de una misión y la cagué? ¿O volverán a aparecer? Vamos de vuelta acá. A ver si aparece la flor de vuelta. ¿Para dónde era que no me...? Ah, al fondo era. No. Pero para mí que es una misión, pero no sé cómo activarla. Porque apareció el destello ahí dorado. Hay como un destello. ¿Ves? Cuando me acerco desaparece. Bueno, mira, ahora tenemos esta parte. Esta parte 100%. Bueno, de las misiones... Vamos a hacer eso. A mí me falta un cofre nomás. Acá 2. Bueno, la costa también está completa. No me fijé, es verdad, no me fijé. Ah, mira esto. Vamos al faro a ver si alguien tiene algo para decir. No. Ah, estaba buscando lo de... No busqué lo de los esqueletos en... Porque me parece que en Nevarra hay una cosa que... No, no me sale nada. Estaba buscando lo de los
Thanks for
esqueletos
the
que,
tip off. Got people clear before trouble hit.
los esqueletos que
Looks on
están
me.
acostados en la necrópolis.
Oh yeah, didn't you hear? Glad.
Oh, tenemos que hablar acá.
You spend far too much time here, Dorian.
This is where all my favorite people are. And besides, I have news. And every messenger bird I've met is dreadful at nuance.
Magister Pavis, it's good to see you again.
At least someone appreciates my presence.
You are our eyes in the Magisterium. If someone spots you here...
Yes, I know. Can't be spotted with the shadow dragons. You worry too much, May.
Well, what do you have for us?
The cult lost people in Arlethan, and leadership has fallen to Knight Commander Lenos. He aims to bring the city to its knees.
But Minrathous is already falling apart.
I know. While the Varantis' attack on the city could have been much worse, the people's fear in the aftermath is palpable.
And the rumors about the Archon are true. He's dead. Assassinated during the Dragon's rampage. The palace has tried to keep the news from spreading until a new Archon steps up.
And no one has?
No one dares. Not with the Venatori circling like vultures. The risen gods are preparing for something big. And for that, they need fear. Chaos.
Just tell me how I stop them. What are they planning?
That's the problem. I don't know. But we'll find out. Lenos is the key to all of it. First, we stop what he's planning for Minrathous.
And then we find out what the gods are preparing for.
Let's hope it stays that simple. One of Lenos' Venatori associates is often at the Cobbled Swan. Let's see what we can get from him.
We? Dorian, you can't be going yourself.
It's the Swan. Everyone goes to the Swan.
I'll head out right now.
That maid Varus has some steel.
I know. I'm glad she's on our side. We probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long.
Bueno, esta no la vamos a hacer, vamos a centrarnos.
There's Dorian.
There's Lenos' associate. According to the shadows watching him, he's nervous and doesn't talk much, but does odd jobs for coin. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off, you check his belongings, see if you can discover any clues about Lenos' plan.
Mostly gone, warm. I don't even know what this is. Ale? Looks like he's been nursing it a while. Half-eaten stale bread, a water flask, muddy socks, and this map. Minrathous targets? That doesn't sound good. A bedroll? It's definitely seen better days. And it's damp. Sleep. This all sounds like trouble.
What are you poking about in there
Dorian
for?
will want to know.
The others are bartenders.
Hey,
But
I didn't see you rifling through
soldiers.
customers' belongings, did I?
This customer might be associated with Venatori. Be careful.
Let me know if you want anything.
If he's Venatori, he's not like any I've encountered. He comes in when we open, orders one drink, and sits in the corner all day. Then he leaves when we close.
Very good.
Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Carthus. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city.
You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
Estamos en otro mapa.
We're not alone.
Studs, weaken now!
Brooke takes credit there. Eyes open.
Sean, hit him! More of that, bro. On your guard. Assign, go! I'm ready. Tell me what you need.
Buenísimo. Ahora sí. Nos queda este nomás. Al resto de tipos de daño contribuyen a tu bonificación. No entiendo bien lo que hace, pero tenemos un 50% más de daño, ¿no? Faltaría ese y ya estamos.
Something tore through these gates. Something big. Watch out! I bet this darkspawn was what tore through the gates.
We've got company.
Keep that up, Rook.
Ready if you are.
Nice hit, Rook.
More blight in the way.
There's always more blight.
That did it. We can get through now.
Think there's enough of them? Look out! Now there's a nice shot.
A ver, ¿esa con qué la tenía? Ah, con el radio. Pero ya hace mucho daño esa técnica.
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
At least a dozen people have been lost trying to map this place. But I'd mention that.
There's another blight boil around here. I can feel it.
Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing. We got it. Way should be clear.
Shadow dragons? How did you fight this thing? Venatori, to me! Do you think you've won? Do you think you can stop the Venatori? Or the risen gods?
I won't give up the city to them, or to you.
The Shadow Dragons have brought nothing but chaos to the city.
At least we're not trying to blight this.
Not bad.
One less corrupt Templar than Rathis.
Can't say he'll be missed.
Let's look around, see what we find. The Risen Gods ritual. That's what the gods in the Venatori are preparing for. Lenos's documents. They detail the Venatori's long-term plans and what they want to do to Tevinter. These star charts predict an eclipse to make magic stronger.
So a ritual augmented by an eclipse? That's the plan?
All this, the ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans. We have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
Time to report back to the Shadow Dragons.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as Tevinter as blood magic and hubris. Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means?
This is power, May. Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You, on the throne, Dorian.
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
The Shadow Dragons have heard that before. After Corypheus, with the Lucerni. We expose corruption and stop slavers, but nothing really changes. What makes you think it'll be different this time?
Surely you're not suggesting we give up entirely. After all, you're still here. The rot in Tevinter is buried deep. We've been digging it out bit by bit, only for it to grow back. But what you've given us allows us to strike at the heart.
So the rot has no chance to return. But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I prefer to use it to rally the people. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see the real justice served. Prove that from now on, we work for them.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten the Lucerni? I no longer trust that political machine will work in our favor. No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react. A more forceful approach. Destroy them and their networks utterly.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you learned in the South? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No, we have to do this in the open. Show the people of Tevinter that we're here for them.
We're Shadow Dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what we need.
May, the Imperium's politics burned you once and you still...
Enough. We're not the only ones who have a stake in this. Rook, we're talking about your city. Your Tevinter too. Which strategy do you prefer?
What sort of change are you trying to achieve?
For a start, slavery. Abhorrent. It needs to go no more.
And Tevinter has been ruled by the Altus Mages for all of its history. That must change. The Zoparati, non-mages, deserve a say in their own governance.
And all that's just the beginning of what will undoubtedly be a long journey.
Shouldn't you be on the same side?
We are on the same side. We both know what Tevinter needs. How best to get it, that's the question.
If we went with Dorian's plan, I'd support it fully. But we won't, because he'll come around and realize that I'm right.
And I'd absolutely back you up on that, if you were right, which you aren't.
We'll see.
Will we?
Maevaris, you really believe making this evidence public will work?
Dorian wants to work behind the scenes, but once again, it's the Magisters and Highbloods pulling the Imperium's strings. That doesn't inspire. It's a tactic used by our enemies. We need to show Tevinter that we can be different.
Unless they find some way to bury it? Or leverage their wealth, power, and status as they often have before?
Politics is a long game. If we use force against our enemies, our allies will remember it.
Dorian, are you really suggesting violent revolution?
Not necessarily. Sometimes a mere threat of violence is sufficient.
He learned that from his friends in the south. I hear Ferelden settled a succession crisis with a duel.
It worked. Astoundingly.
We're not Ferelden.
I'm merely saying we need to consider bold and creative methods of achieving our ends. The game is rigged. Why play by rules crooked magisters already exploit? Clear the board and start over. If they're gone, we can fill the magisterium with those who respect the office. Then we'll actually see progress.
Yo estoy de acuerdo con Dorian. Porque la batalla se tiene que dar en todas las áreas, no solamente en la calle. Tiene que haber políticos decentes también. Si no, la gente no tiene como a quién votar. Y vota al mal menor y sigue todo.
You want me to choose who will be Archon? Sure, I'm a Shadow Dragon, but there are so many others here.
Then talk to them. Ask what they think. Asher and Tarquin, Nev, Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable with whatever course we take.
All right. I'll go do that.
Obviamente voy a elegir a Dorian, pero vamos a ver qué dice.
Grand news about Lenos. One less crooked Templar in town.
The city will be better off with him gone.
We can hope.
Lenos made my life miserable. Ron is too.
I hear he started out different. Maybe he once cared about something other than gold. But I didn't know that, Lenos. And I'm not going to mourn the one I did. Still, I'll thank the bastard for writing everything down. And delivering it to us all neat.
Dorian and Maevaris still have to decide what to do with everything we got from Lenos.
They both make good points. I just want what's best for our city and its people.
I suspect this decision will determine Tevinter's path for years to come.
Then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't stop to talk when you find a hole in the enemy's defenses.
Dorian is a brash rebel.
And Maevaris too much of a romantic.
I think the people will appreciate Maevaris returning as the leader they've always wanted to see.
No. They'll appreciate their lives actually changing for the better.
What do you think might happen, depending on who leads?
With May, she gets power back again. Gets one more shot at changing Tevinter from the top down. Worst that could happen is nothing. But that's what you risk when all you rely on is hope. But with Dorian...
We could get chaos, strife. Things might get harder before they get easier. If they get easier.
I'll take my chances.
And whoever leads will have the Shadow Dragon's support, right?
Count on it.
We'll keep fighting. For Dorian. Or for Maevaris.
What else is there to do in this town, anyway? It rains all the damn time.
So, what do you think?
Lenos is gone. We got information about the Venatori's plans, the god's ritual. I'd call that a good day.
I meant about Maevaris and Dorian. We all want change. Who will be more effective in getting it?
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
You know me. I'm trouble. But more than that, it's our city. Our Tevinter. I care about what you think.
Always the charmer. Maevaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated and ruthless when she needs to be. Dorian Parvis is a wild card. Flashy and inventive, he'll keep his enemies on their toes. But if you're asking me, I'd go with Maevaris. She'll inspire people, show them that the Magisterium can be better than it is. Right now, after the gods and everything else, that's what this city needs. What we all need.
Thanks, Nev. That helps.
That's what I'm here for.
No, vamos por Dorian. Dorian es como un... Bueno, no es igual, pero es como un Javier Milei. O sea, lo que necesitamos. Un tipo que saque a la basura.
Maker. A full quarter of the Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee to these risen old gods just for a taste of more power. Can they not see they're only tools for the gods? So they can destroy the world?
Demanding intelligence, rationality, and self-awareness from our peers. You ask too much, Maevaris.
Look at me. Such a fool.
Ah, it's Rook. You spoke with the others.
What do you think? Who should be leading the charge from here on?
I hope this signals the start of the change we've worked toward.
The start of the change, as you say. Things won't be different overnight.
But we'll keep fighting, because we have to, because there's no other way.
And with you and everyone here, we'll get there. We'll win. Keep believing, Rook.
Pensé que la había cagado porque no era el signo de pregunta, era el de los dragones sombríos.
What happens after it's decided who'll lead?
Well, Lenos is gone, the cult's numbers are down, and they're scrambling to prepare for the god's ritual. They'll be distracted. It's a perfect opportunity to get our preparations in order.
All plans contingent on surviving the current disaster, of course.
Aparte esta habla en lenguaje inclusivo. Aguante Dorian.
Dorian should lead.
Then it is decided. Of course it only makes sense, but... Ha! Look at me! The sudden pressure.
You won't be alone. All of us are behind you. The Shadow Dragons, the city, her people.
It will take all of them to overcome the risen gods.
You'll find a way to bring them together.
The people know they don't want blight-ridden fiends in their city. They don't need me to tell them. I can, however, show them how to fight. Gods, cults, evil magisters, nothing will stand in our way of forging a new Tevinter.
Bueno, mejoraron la túnica de los dragones. ¿Sabes lo que tendría que hacer? Tendría que buscar en internet los mapas con todos los cofres, con los dibujitos, así chequeo, comparo con el mío, porque la verdad que no sé dónde están las cosas. Y acá 88%, 2 cofres. Al cambio olvidé uno. Me meteró partida, los había agarrado todos. Bueno, acá hay 2, es fácil. Acá hay uno. Y acá me faltan un par de cosas. Tendría que hacer eso. Esta podríamos hacer. Total, hasta que no estén las dos no avanzamos. No avanzamos en la trama, me refiero.
Rook stopped the Odd Tom. Took down their comic maker. He did your job for you. He's a hero.
Just a meddling busybody. Where was Rook when the dragon attacked our city?
I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Antam from taking over.
Jacobus?
I'm fine. But I'm not going to be a part of this.
Well, now that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Antam and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
The contact, they aren't a crow? Can we trust them?
It isn't a crow, but they know the city and the Antam.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
People in this city continue to sicken and die. Do you not have other more pressing matters to attend to?
So where are we meeting?
Near the field hospital, where the market used to be.
And they asked for me, not you or Viago.
Even with what happened to Treviso, your fight against the gods is spoken of by many. You have respect, and no small admiration.
From who, though? That's the question.
There's really no clue who it is?
They're foolish enough to think crows are reliable. That's a clue about their worth.
They promise help.
So do you when you're not killing each other. Treviso deserves better.
It's getting the best.
That has yet to be proven.
Hypothetically, what if I'm walking into an ambush?
I would prepare for one.
Not everything is an adder in the wardrobe.
I said to prepare. I didn't say not to go.
What about the human help the Anton was getting? You have any leads on that?
We continue what you started. The other Talons are turning over every stone.
You trust them? Not even your first Talon is safe from your infighting.
We are all Antivan crows.
And yet those of us sworn to Treviso are beneath you.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
If we can remove the Butcher and weaken the Antam, then perhaps Treviso can start to heal from the Blight. With luck, this informant is our key to that. Find them, Rook. Hear what they have to say. Our informant is near the field hospital, Rook.
They said you'd know them on sight.
Remember, there are injured people there. Don't damage anything.
Unknown contact. Sounds like a trap.
We're fighting gods with crows. I'm curious who would try to trap us. If our informant actually knows where Elgranon and Gillenane are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk. Okay, Viago and Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just hope their supposed information about the god's location is actually true.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher.
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered on town flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation, but not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
You expect me to believe the Butcher of Treviso?
I butcher lying cattle. They don't deserve what they have. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
You're not an end-of-the-world type. Are you with the gods or not?
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city. So, you live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
The Butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the blight. Finish him off. We need to go after the Butcher. So the Butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving Treviso? That's what's happening?
He's given in to the gods' corruption.
Everyone's acting like normal. Like the Butcher hasn't gone nuts.
Who's going to believe that? I don't.
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
I see what you need. Prove you deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
I see. My Treviso. Will not abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me.
There's the Butcher. He's a Reaver. And fighting his own Antam.
That thing's a monster. How could he tell us anything about the gods?
We have to hope he's still in there.
Got company.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual.
Le sacaron vida.
Match me, fight me, Linksay. This is the power the gods give.
Butcher, where is the ritual? There's nothing left.
I see Tearstone Island! The ritual! Tearstone Island!
He's gone. And he named the ritual site. Tearstone Island.
The Butcher didn't lie, for whatever that's worth.
If I could have killed him without giving him what he wanted, I would have. Least he gave us what we came for, though.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Avenchi.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it. What's left of it, anyways.
Traidores.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us, Governor?
Oh, please, just say what you're thinking.
You sold Treviso out to the Antam.
I did what I did to help this city, to save it, to keep my people from being slaughtered like cattle by the Antam. And you let us suffer and sicken in favor of Minrathous. I gave up the crows, you gave up the whole city. Treviso is dying, Rook, and its killer wears your face.
I've met some terrible people lately, even without counting Elgadon and Gillenane. You're right up there in some pretty august company. What if Treviso's people could have fought back, could have rallied to the city's defense? But the Antam kept them weak, let them die. That happened because of a choice you made. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook. You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elgarnon and Gillenane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The governor betrayed us all. And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The Butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antam fell in line?
Whatever the Antam are looking for, Avenci's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the Antam fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
Something always bothered me about Avenci.
Many things bothered me about Evenci, yet I did not spot the most important one.
This wasn't a failure. You gave us the name we needed.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Evenci all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Evenci will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
You're not concerned the gods will send the Antam more support?
The gods might come for us, but they're coming for everyone. I believe you are crafting the answer to that, and we will help as we can.
When Avenci left, they made it sound like they were planning something.
I suspect it will be about restoring order as they see it, and that the crows will be first on their list.
Whatever the good governor's intent, we'll end it.
Avenci keeps talking about restoring order and rebuilding Treviso. But what then?
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the city to try and claim the nation. If the Antam beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the Antam would fill that role. This was a bookkeeper's angry grab at power.
We'll stop Avenci.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Avenci confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgarnon and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Evenci.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight, help us deal with the governor.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
Llegamos al máximo. ¿Qué es mejor, congelar o enfriar? A ver, la fidelidad de fragmento de neve aumenta 2%. Provoca enfriamiento. Este daño por frío aumenta. Da igual, parece. Congelación. Está bien, dejamos congelación. Pues le voy a poner, a ver. Pero no tiene no. Acá hay que ponerle este. Llama la atención de los enemigos este. Bueno, dice que después nos van a avisar cuando Cuando sepan dónde está el gobernador, ¿no? Y bueno, tendré que conseguir, ¿verdad? Tendré que ver si alguien hizo los mapas con todos los cofres. Me parece que esta misión es la ya para pasar al final del juego, me parece. Entonces no hay que hacerla todavía. Me parece. Igual el juego creo que te avisa. Porque si todavía tengo algunas cositas que hacer. Bueno, hay dos conversaciones, hay una misión. Ah, una conversación con Lucanis. Ah, listo, ya. Podría hacer esa. Y que es una secundaria, ¿no? Sí, se completa en secundaria, está. Hay que detener al gobernador. Neb Lucanis.
Up for a trip to the Cobbled Swan?
Why? What's happening?
Nothing that I know of. With Aelia taken care of, I thought we'd check in. Maybe enjoy the Swan for once?
Bueno, una misión tranquila.
Spite will not stop demanding revenge for Treviso. Is there any more we can do?
Ah, bueno. Conversación bastante corta. Bueno, ahora pasamos a tener dos misiones. Esta va a ser más tocha y la otra, la de Neb, más chill, ¿no? Yo supongo que cuando haga esta misión se va a destrabar lo de la, la última misión de Lucanis, porque si no ya estamos al final del juego. O sea que no va a dar, lo van a transformar en, ¿cómo se llama? Héroe del... Guardia del Velo. O heroína del Velo, algo así. Pues nos falta Lucanis nomás.